Aloha, I am back, and this will be an edition of what I'm going to call What's Going on Maui. Many people are curious about what's going on here on Maui, and I'm going to go over a few things as we hit the end of whale season here and our busy season, and we're getting ready for summer. In this video, I'm going to discuss how it's going here on Maui a year and a half after the fires, what's going on with the mayor's proposed ban on vacation rentals, and what the real estate market looks like after the first wild quarter of 2025. Aloha, I'm Josh Feyen with Maui Real Life. If you want to learn more about living on Maui, make sure to drop a comment and subscribe. I'll have more videos coming soon. We're now a little over a year and a half after the fires, and while it's been slow, it's been good to see sites cleared and reconstruction of residential homes going on. Everything moves slow here in Hawaii, but they have been able to expedite some permits. The cleanup was complex because of the potential environmental and chemical concerns, but the crews did a great job, and I've spoken to several contractors who are working over there, putting in 12-hour days in what they describe as a grueling process. It took about 12 months to clear the residential lots and about 18 months to finish the commercial ones. There are still a lot of questions about what will happen with the commercial districts and those areas near the ocean, which would otherwise be unbuildable due to the proximity, special management areas and stuff like that. We expect some exceptions to be made, but the entire area will look very different in the future. I'm hopeful that the people of Lahaina will have a large say in the reconstruction and that it'll maintain its historical feel. So, last fall, the first fully permitted home was rebuilt in Lahaina and took about 6 months start to finish. So fast-track permitting and pre-approved home plans will hopefully mean more homes are finished soon. Just a couple months ago in February, the County Council made some changes that allow owners in that affected area, if they have non-conforming properties, they can apply for permits to rebuild as they were. So that is some progress there. In real estate news, I want to talk about the Minatoya Bill that was proposed. Last May, the mayor put forth a bill proposing to phase out properties on the Minatoya list from doing short-term rentals. That would have affected about 7,000 properties that currently allow short-term rentals. Just to give you a brief overview, Minatoya refers to a ruling from the 1990s that was codified into law in 2018, allowing vacation rentals in some apartment zone properties. The push to remove them has been going on for years from grassroots organizers and of course the hotel lobby, which has been trying to get rid of it for ages. They hate the family-owned B&Bs that have taken away from the hotel business over the last 10 to 15 years. So proponents say it'll open up housing to more local families by causing kind of a market crash, especially in the condo sector. And since the bill was proposed, it has caused a softening in the market just from the uncertainty of what will happen. Unfortunately, what most people say is that the vast majority of these complexes are not really suited for long-term residents. There are people that live long-term in some of them, oftentimes partial, 6 months out of the year or something like that. Most of them don't have garages or carports, there's very little storage. And now after the fires with insurance rates, the monthly dues have gone up so much it really makes them unfeasible economically. Even if the real estate market crashed significantly, like prices dropped in half, they would most likely still be too expensive for local families to buy. And it doesn't make sense for investors because they can't get the rents out of them to cover a mortgage and all the HOA costs. On top of that, a lot of these are older properties and they're starting to see large assessments going on. I think we all agree that there's absolutely a housing crisis going on and something needs to be done, it needs to be addressed. This just doesn't seem like the way. It feels like the Maui government and a lot of organizations have resisted any kind of construction or development over the last 25 years. And now, we're seeing the damage and they're looking for a workaround, a solution. They're looking to blame people that it's not really their fault. So hopefully we'll see some changes on that. At a recent town hall meeting, the mayor did sound like they were reeling it in a bit and might only focus on those properties that are originally built to be workforce housing. And if that happens, it'll still affect about 2,000 units. We just don't know, exactly which complexes that'll affect. We don't know what litigation will go around a bill like this, there will be lawsuits. We also had last month a recent study came out from the University of Hawaii, kind of outlining the pros and cons of the bill. And they noted that while it'll improve housing affordability and probably put a downward pressure on market rents, they also said it would lead to significant job losses, decrease spending by $900 million annually on the county. Yeah, that's almost $1 billion every year, which would decrease county tax revenue. They're saying it'll cause an estimated $75 million budget gap for the county by 2029. So we don't know where they'll make up that money. The council has until June 20 to take some action on the proposed bill, so we'll be watching that closely. As far as the real estate market goes, we're seeing sales at about half the volume compared to a year ago. So it's definitely slowed down. The market would be considered very slow at the moment. Days on market has been growing longer every single month. Inventory has also grown as homes and condos stay longer on the market. And largely due to the mayor's proposed bill, we now have condo inventory about 4 times what it was about a year ago. So prices are starting to come down in the condo market. Some complexes we're seeing sales at 10 to 20% lower than previous high values. So there are some deals to be had, especially since the slowdown has affected those complexes that were long-term or hotel zoned, which are not going to be affected by the Minatoya Bill if that goes through, but they're still getting beaten up on the prices. So if you're a risk taker or you're looking for a non-vacation rental condo, now might be a great time. In the residential, single-family residential category, those prices seem to be holding strong, but we are seeing some negotiation there as well. And prices aren't really coming down much. Overall, it does feel like we are entering a buyer's market here in Maui. Buyers hold more leverage and have the ability to negotiate some good deals and terms. At the same time, sellers with turnkey, well-maintained, or especially updated properties that are priced right, they're still getting close to full price offers, or even sometimes above. That's all for now. If you ever have any questions about Maui real estate or Maui in general, please feel free to reach out anytime. Call me, text me, send me an email, and don't forget to drop a comment and subscribe. All right, until next time, aloha.